Hello, this is my emotional story about a friend who was really close to me but then became really toxic and I could not handle it anymore. So his name was Intro, and I met him on an online server with my other close friend, and we got introduced together. And we were this really big group. We had a lot of fun together playing online games, talking to each other, and getting to know more about each other. So when I met him, everything was fine. When I had problems of my own that I talked to him about, he was fine. His energy was fine. I never saw anything that was like, oh wait, red flag, like over here, avoid him, like he's still going through something. I never noticed those things because I don't really look for them when you're having fun with a friend, you don't really notice them. So I guess that's why I didn't stop him right then and there. But things that I like now noticed, his first major flaw, I would say, and it's okay to have it, but his was drastic, was his way of depression. And I understand a lot of people go through depression. I went through depression, but his hit close to home for me because he would always beat himself up over the small things when I went to like gaming and just having fun with us or just having conversations. It was always him getting in the way of himself. And it was kind of hard for me to constantly hear him talk bad about himself. Like, hearing I'm ugly, I'm not smart enough, I don't feel like I belong here, or things like that really just opened me up and realized like I made those same mistakes, and I'm happy that I got out of that situation I was in and I grew as a person. So my idea was to help him get out of that place like as much as I could, because I do not want anyone to be in that situation I was in. So I kept on trying, giving positive emotions, like positive feedback, like, hey, you're doing great. It's okay. You got it next time. But the thing is, it always felt like I was saying something and then it came out the other ear. It never felt okay with him. There was many other things that he did to me that really just put me in an awkward situation. Whenever I hanged out with friends, he would make me feel guilty because he always wanted to be the center of attention, which I'm okay with. But I'm trying to hang out with other people I usually don't get to hang out with a lot. And he would come in and he would make me feel guilty about spending time with them, because he said like I'm not giving him enough time. And I felt like that was really like not true and unnecessary because I give him all the time that I had to give, and which kind of lacked in my studies and my schoolwork because I had like to go to one friend and then I had to go back to him. I felt really drained during the situation. I had to go back and forth trying to keep everyone happy, I guess. And I shouldn't be doing that, but that's what I did. It got to the point where as I stuck with him, more flaws opened out. Even though those two were the main ones that I really didn't like about him. Sorry. Even though those were the main things that stuck out, I felt like he didn't like he was forcing a friendship that I didn't want yet. During some extent, we were hanging out with each other, and I wasn't ready to like tell him every single one of my problems. I felt like we weren't that close enough on that level, and he kept on forcing things like that, and I felt like it was really just not okay. And whenever he would tell me about his problems, it was usually like I would voice my opinions on how he can try to solve the solution, but then he would go on to another friend, tell them the same story, and then come back to me and be like, hey, remember the problem I told you I was having? Well, I told a friend that was closer to me about it, and yeah, he told me you were right. So I felt like the trust was broken. He went to someone else, and it was really like not okay. I was really hurt during that time because I was just like, why even tell me? And I felt like him staying in my life would just be really toxic, and I needed to cut him out. And I did. And my life has been so much better having him out of my life and having other toxic people around me out of my life.